Hi, welcome back to the channel. Today I wanted to make a short video on these CF cards. If you guys have a camera that uses CF cards, especially from the late 90s and early 2000s, and you wanted to get the largest capacity just for the sake of it, hopefully this video helps you, and I'll give you a little tip just because these are a little bit different than I was expecting. So let's get into it. So right here, you're looking at a variety of different Kodak cameras. I specifically like to use the Kodak cameras. They're all in the same line, the DC line, different specs, different years, 1 megapixel and 2 megapixel. We're not going to go into too much detail with the specs, but I wanted to show you guys that you can buy a 2 gigabyte and use it in all of these. And if you have the in-between model, so I would suspect that you could use 2 gigabytes on a 210, being that the 215, when you do take pictures and then look at them on the computer, the specs, it shows that it was shot with a DC 210 instead of it saying 215. So I think they share the same firmware. Right here we have a DC 280 and a DC 3400. If you own a DC 240, it should work. The DC 290, if you own a DC 260 and 65, I believe it should work because it works with this one. I want to first start out with the flaw that I found with this CF card because it is a little bit thicker. I don't want you guys damaging your cameras. So these two right here use a different release mechanism compared to these two. So for better demonstration, because this one shows on camera better, you have this kind of pull tab that you push in and it releases the card. So you can see right there, 2 gigabytes. And slotting it in this camera and the 215, it didn't have any issues. Where these two, it does. So to show you, I have it installed, but I did modify it because these use a pull system. There's a pin that could eventually bend because of the card being a little too thick. So I just put thick box tape onto the CF card so I can pull it out. So it's better to be safe than sorry because the pin in here, it's in the back there. You can probably see it in the corner. And I don't want to risk damaging that because then you would have to either take it apart or somehow pry it out. So this card, you will feel in the 280 and 3400 that it just feels a little thicker. Some of them will show a counter and some of them won't. This one, when I do take shots, it does not change. So this is definitely giving me more than 1999 shots. So hopefully this video can help you guys if you have a camera that uses CF cards but is roughly in this spectrum, a point and shoot, because I do know the late 90s and early mid 2000s, they did have a limitation because CF cards and SD cards, like the early ones, could only go to like 1 or 2 gigabytes and have them work in the camera. So if you want to maximize a camera just to have the most amount of shots and never have to worry, 2 gigabytes works on these. But with that, leave your comments down below. Let's have a discussion, and I'll see you in the next one.